Yeah, there was police was looking for us. 2 weeks later, after us shooting, and the mother and father, you can speak against other people or whatever, but not against the government. You speak against the government, you can. You cannot trust even your brother, your uncle. You cannot trust anybody because they pay people for spying.
You had your tonsils taken out?
Yes.
Without
when I was young.
any medication? And
No.
no
Just open your mouth and cut it off like.
Oh, okay.
They give you fake teeth. They are just like for everybody is the same size. And we was invited by American ambassador to Rome. I'm going for the freedom. That's all what I need. The freedom of the speech and freedom of go anywhere I wanted. The Pope is walking through the alley. So when he go by, he said, where are you from? And I said, from Czechoslovakia. So he started speaking Slovak to us, and he blessed my family.
Welcome back to Sit Down with Dusan. I'm here with the host, Dusan, and today I'm really excited because today's story is one of the exhilarating and inspiring stories of his life. Today we're going to be talking about how Dusan was able to flee communist Czechoslovakia and start his dream life in the United States. So Dusan, your sense of adventure started very early in life. Can you tell us when you started thinking about freedom and change?
I started thinking about this very early on my age. There was like probably 11 when I was reading a lot of books about American Indians. And I read a lot of books about that. So
you imagined yourself?
I was imagining myself like I was there. So the first time when I want to leave, I was not even 13 yet, and I talked to my friend. His name was Rudo, and we have a couple $100, couple hundred koruna. It's not dollars in Czechoslovakia at that time. So when we collect this money and we start planning, I was probably 13 and a half when we left our town, and we sit on the train and we was heading to the west. But because before we get to the west, after a few days, they just get us and return it to us to our town.
So let's back up a little bit. So your friend Rudo was also 13?
He was my classmate.
He was your classmate, and so you two decided to pack up and just leave and travel west, and you wanted to make it all the way to the United States.
Well, that was the plan, but I want to go through the Germany to Hamburg and to the ship, and snuck into the ship.
Okay, you wanted to sneak into the ship.
The ship, and the ship was supposed to go to United States.
Okay.
But this never happened because they get us before we get to the border.
Okay, yeah.
Between Germany and
you were little, and I'm sure the police
Czechoslovakia.
was looking for you.
Yeah, police was looking for us because my mom, she reported I'm missing, so, and also mother of my friend, and they brought us back. What was the very not nice things when they brought us back, and when we come back to school, they was making very much fun of us. We are the capitalists, we are all kind of stuff.
So who was making fun of you?
They was making fun of us, yes.
But who?
The teacher,
The
teachers, and because the classmates.
Because they didn't understand what you were trying
They
to do.
have no clue what they tried to achieve.
So that dream of escaping has never left you since you were 11.
11.
And reading those Western books. Why weren't you not able to just, once you turn 18, pack up and go?
Well, when I was 18, I got in love with one girl. She was from East Germany. And when they left back to Germany, I have to go to the military. So I have to go to the military for 2 years.
Was it compulsory? Like, did you have to go to military? Was it an optional
yeah,
thing?
that was mandatory. You have
It's
to
mandatory.
go. Yeah, everybody who reach 18, they have to go to the military
All the
for
men
2 years.
or
All men,
all men?
not the women, not the girls.
Okay.
But we have to go there and serve.
Okay.
So I served for 2 years.
Okay, and after the 2 years, then you come back. What was preventing you from just packing up your bags and leaving and moving to the United States?
Well, I knew a little bit more about everything, about life. And I got married.
Okay.
And I have 2 children, but my dream never stopped.
Okay.
It always was dreaming. So I make sure we will get to I will get a permission to get to the Yugoslavia for vacation because
Permission.
you can.
Why would you need a permission? Why can't
Because
you just...
that's how communism was working.
Okay, so
They have to approve it to you. They have to give you passport to go somewhere.
So when you were just starting your life, new family, you were living in communist Czechoslovakia.
Yes.
And I don't know if our viewers understand truly what living in communist regime or communism is like. Can you give them a little bit more of an idea before we jump into you actually trying to escape? What was a day in a life during communism for you?
The first was no freedom. What the means not freedom? You cannot go where you really want to go. They will not ever let you go to the West. If you, for example, like I was coaching ski, and I wanted to go to Austria, and I preparing everything, and they told me you can go nowhere because we have no money for that. Like Czechoslovakia, I have no money for that. I didn't ask for money. I just need permission to go there, and my team. But they didn't allow to us, and they make me so unhappy. So I feel this tension, how in cage we are.
Yes.
We
were, like,
have to have a
imprisoned.
permission from people who have no idea about world.
Right. So you were a ski coach,
I was ski coach, yes.
and you had your own team.
Yeah, I have my own team, Lokomotiva Banja Špiška Nova Ves.
So can you say that again?
Lokomotiva Banja Špiška Nova Ves.
Okay, that's the name of the
Ski
team.
club.
Ski club, got it. So when you were coaching, you wanted to take your team different places, but you were not able to because you needed permission to travel abroad.
Not only permission, money too, because we have no money to, like the Western money, like dollars or marks or whatever. So if you don't get it, how you want to survive over there when you have no money?
Okay.
And Czechoslovakian koruna was not,
Taken out.
you can do nothing with that money.
Got it.
Okay?
So, what about going on vacation? If you wanted to take your family on vacation, let's say to Austria or Yugoslavia or any other countries, was that something that you were able to do?
Yes, I did this when my daughter Ingrid was, I think so, 8 years old, 9 years old. I managed to get to the Austria with her only. You cannot. They will never allow you to take a whole family.
So you couldn't go on vacation?
No, you cannot go on vacation. But they allowed me because I was coaching the big people in Communist Party to ski the kids. So they kind of trust me. I earned the trust because I was out and I come back by myself. So yes.
If you wanted to travel, you keep saying you needed permission. Were there certain people that were able to give it to you?
Yes.
Were there more than one?
No, there was a minimum 10 people. They have to approve it. You
I can't even imagine having 10 people having to approve
you can go or not.
that I can go on vacation. I mean, that doesn't sound fun.
If it's one person from this 10 will say no, you will go nowhere.
So you need
Okay, so-
everybody's approval.
Yes, you did, and especially the biggest guy who was there, when he said this, everybody want to follow him. But if he will say it, no, it's just forget it.
Okay.
You go nowhere.
How about freedom of speech? Were you able to
No.
express your opinions
No,
freely?
you better not to.
Why
Because-
not? In
because-
the United States, we're able to, and it's one of the rights.
Because you
so-
will not go anywhere. There was no right to speak against the government. If you can speak against other people or whatever, but not against the government. You speak against the government, you're gone. You're done.
When you say you're gone.
You're done. That's gone. That's mean in prison, or you can go nowhere. They will follow you. They will. I mean,
I also heard that you were not sure who you could freely speak with. So like if you had a friend that you thought it was your friend and maybe you said a joke.
that's a fantastic question, because you cannot trust even your brother, your uncle. You cannot trust anybody because they pay people for spying. They pay people for snitching. And you never know who will snitch on you. So before I left Czechoslovakia for vacation with my whole family, I make sure nobody knew. Nobody, even from my family. Even my ex-wife, even my kids, nobody knew what I want to do it. So when I passed the border between Hungary and Yugoslavia, what we have a passport was different passport between world and Yugoslavia. It was gray color passport. It's only for Yugoslavia. But I didn't really worry much because I left everything, my car, my everything in Yugoslavia by the border and walk over the mountains to Italy.
Okay, you're getting into the good part. So
Yes, I'm
let's
going to the
start
good part.
from let's back up again and just bring us back to the communist regime. Is there anything else that you would want people to know? A lot of people wish for free healthcare. They think that would solve a lot of problems in the United States. If things were free, then everybody would be able to go and get healthcare. I know during communism things were free for you and your family, but what does that really mean when you get free healthcare? Maybe you can let people know that it's not really exactly what they imagine. What was your experience with free healthcare?
Okay, first, nothing is for free.
Right.
Nothing is for free. It's you have to earn everything. So the question was, it was medicine or something was for free. Yes, they for free, but it was no medicine. It was for free. It was a lot of things. Like for example, dentist was for free, but you have no teeth. Cost me $30,000
it's
to fix
terrible.
the teeth like I have it now. And I hold my family. I spent so much money when we came over here, not there, because they don't play game. You go with the pain, they have no vacation, just take it out, and they hold you like a pig.
Oh my
So
gosh.
if you...
Wait. So you're saying you get no Novocaine,
No.
and if you have a cavity, they
No,
just,
they drill, but it's no shot against the pain.
No Novocaine.
They have a they do a root canal, but everything alive. So it's for free.
So it's free,
But you will know what's free and freedom means.
But the government was cheap on paying for
No, they didn't
Novocaine.
have it because they steal everything.
Oh, that's another point, right? That
Yes.
everything was being stolen because everything was owned by government.
By everything.
So there was no private ownership. So people were just freely taking things.
I
And
was
this-
against that. I don't like it, and
Right.
that's why I like honesty. I like work for everything what I need or for my family and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's very honorable. Okay, so you went to the dentist, and instead of them fixing your teeth, because that was a lot of work, they would a lot of times just pull the tooth out because it was simpler, right? So young people ended up with no teeth in
A
their
lot
mouth.
of people.
Okay.
Like my sister, for example, she was very young girl, and she have no teeth.
No teeth.
They give you some very the fake teeth, what they are just like for everybody is the same size.
So it's sort of like, getting a legal counsel for free.
But they don't
maybe
care.
they will care a lot about what's going on, but maybe they'll, because they're free, I know they're not going to give you the same level of care as if you paid for a lawyer. So it's a comparison that I can kind of derive from the conversation. Okay, so
That
let's
was
go.
a very good. Actually, was yes, was for free, but it was not free because if you really was sick or something very hard, you have to pay under the table.
Oh, yeah, you pay doctors under the
Okay,
table
so
to get
under
care.
the table to get some care. Like for example, they was doing surgery on my tonsils. Alive,
They didn't
completely.
numb you up.
After that, I did never get any painkiller or anything. I was 2 weeks, and sometimes they come to look at me if I'm still alive.
So they
And that's true, 100%.
You had your tonsils taken out
Yes. When I
without
was
any
young.
any medication, and
No.
no
Just
painkillers.
open your mouth and cut it off like.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry about that. That sounds really, really, really bad. You went through a lot, definitely. So let's go and start talking about your actual escape. I know that it probably took a long time to plan, and as you said, you were not able to discuss it with anyone. You couldn't talk to anyone about it. How long were you actually planning before the day that you left?
Before, when I come back from Austria with my older daughter Ingrid, when we come back, I went to. I know I will go forever if they will let me go one more time.
Uh-huh.
So I come back and I start planning. I came back in after Christmas, 1983 or 84 after Christmas. We came over here in the New Year, and I started working on it, and very hard. And I got permission with my whole family to go to Yugoslavia,
Okay.
but nobody knew what I am planning to do. So when we passed the border to Yugoslavia and Hungary, I sit down with my family and I said, we are not going back.
Oh, so you didn't even tell your own family?
No.
Until you crossed the border.
Across the border because
You couldn't risk it.
Because I couldn't risk this.
Okay.
And it was especially my wife. She was not very, because she was like a lot of people, they will get scared and they.
Yeah,
So
that's a huge
I
step
understand
and
that.
life-changing step.
So she said, at least we can go to the ocean. I said, you will live by the ocean all your life.
Nice.
And I didn't even know where I will end it
But
at that time.
Nice.
So it was true. So we went to Rijeka, what is the Croatian city by the ocean. And after I drive back to the back to the border, we leave the car, everything, waiting for the dark, and start raining. So when we was walking.
Wait a minute.
Yes?
Wait a minute.
I'm too
Sorry,
fast.
I'm stopping. But yes, you're going really fast, and I want people to understand what it took you really to really understand the meat and all the planning that went into it. So first, you crossed the border from Czechoslovakia to Yugoslavia.
Yeah.
You told your family that you were not coming back.
Yeah.
Yugoslavia no longer exists. So was it Croatia? Which
That was
country?
Yugoslavia. That was Croatia. That was
Which
Ljubljana.
Croatia? Ljubljana. Okay.
You know,
Okay. And then from there, you had to go to
we went back to the Kozina. Kozina was the border crossing.
Okay.
That's the little town. It's named Kozina,
Okay, so border crossing between.
between Trieste, Italy, and Yugoslavia.
Okay, so we're going from Croatia to
Italy.
Okay. In order to get to Italy, you had to cross the border.
Yes.
And that was no longer legal, right?
That was never legal.
So you had
Because when you have no passport, it's illegal.
correct. Okay. Yeah. So what you had to do was cross over the mountain
To
right?
Italy.
And so, in order for you to safely do it, what did you decide to do?
Well, I was waiting until it was dark and it was raining, so it was kind of cool because nobody likes to be wet, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when we walk over, it would take us like 8 hours to walk. Very short distance, like let's say 3.5 miles, 4 miles. But I was making sure I will see the border house. So I will not get lost, because in situation like that, you turn around very easily, and you get in the same spot where you started after 8 hours.
Right.
But when we cross it, and when I see the fence, barber fence, I split it, and the kids was crossing, and I was making sure nobody is in front of me, nobody moving. So sometime I was waiting like 10 minutes with no movement, if something was moving or not, because it was dark.
Yeah.
And when I opened the fence, my kids, they crossed. They was very quiet. They was very brave, thanks God. And we finally, and my wife too, was very brave at that time. So when we crossed it, and we was going downhill, and we come to the first village. And when I heard Italian language, I know I am in Italy.
That's admirable. So you crossed with your wife and 2 young kids.
Yeah.
And as you said, they were being really brave. And why were you so scared? I know you were crossing a border, but what could have possibly happened? What was happening at that time in the Italian border? They were...
Well, they was not really looking for the immigrants. They was looking for smugglers.
Who was?
Italian border patrol or the military guys. They was patrolling that border, because not like between Czechoslovakia and West Germany. That's not like that, but it was border. And the family was crossing to Austria. 2 weeks later, after us, they was shot. They was shooting, and they killed the mother and father, and only survived the daughter and youngest brother.
Oh.
So
there was always a chance.
I was lucky. Always was a chance to
that there were sharpshooters that would have like mistaken you for smugglers.
For the smugglers, yeah.
And your family could have been hurt.
That's why I was going so slow, so make sure it's no border patrol crossing at that moment.
All right. So then you came to an Italian village, and what happened next?
Somebody called from villagers. They called for police. They come, Italian police. They take us back to the border. And I was asking for political asylum, but because I didn't speak Italian at that time, I didn't speak English at that time, and nobody speak English at that time, or Italian. So, but they was smiling, and he said, just calm down. And so finally we get to the border. They left us over there, and we was waiting until morning. And from Trieste, they come other police, like secret police. They take us to the Trieste. They take fingerprints from us and all the documents, whatever they can salvage from us. I give it to them, everything what they ask for, and they give us tickets to refugee camp to Latina.
Okay.
Latina was built by Mussolini, and that was beautiful little town. I don't know, 25,000, 30,000 people, and that was the refugee camp. So we went to the train. And by train, we come like at 12 hours by train. We arrived like 3 o'clock in the morning to Latina. We walked to the refugee camp and waiting for opening at 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock, I don't remember anymore. They open it up and they take us for questioning and give us to the room. So we were sharing that room with one other family for 2 weeks.
Okay. How much stuff were you able to bring with you from home?
Nothing, because if I will take anything, they will report us. So everything what I built for so many years, they were staying at home and in Slovakia. And
so you were not able to sell anything, because if you started selling
I didn't
furniture,
even try, because you will, if they will see you are selling or giving away, or they will.
Yeah.
You will go nowhere.
So you ended up in Latina with your family. You were finally away from communism, and you stayed there for how long?
5 months.
5 months. And during those 5 months, what were you waiting for?
Well, I wrote to I choose. You have to choose some organization, because there are like 5 different UN organization in the camp.
Okay.
And you ask one, you choose it, which one you wanted. And I was kind of lucky because I chose IRC, International Refugee Committee. And I was based in San Diego. I have no clue where San Diego is at that time. So they helping you, they give you stuff for surviving during that period of time until you're waiting. And between that, or during that time, I wrote the American embassy. I have to pay to somebody who speaks English and write a letter for me to American embassy. And we was invited by American ambassador to Rome. And I have an interview, and I have lots of questions, because one of the questions was if I am going to to have a better life, not for freedom, but I wrote the letter. I'm going for the freedom. That's all what I need. The freedom of the speech and freedom of movement and go anywhere I wanted, not if somebody will tell me not to.
Right.
So American ambassador like that, and because I said everything what I was writing, and when you don't lie, you are easier to get it. So we got the permission, and January 10, 1985, we flew to San Diego.
All right. San Diego, out of all the places.
Can you believe it?
But you were not that happy about San Diego because you were a skier,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. We bought everything in Italy, where I was working very hard for it, the ski equipment and everything for the ski. And I asked for Colorado, but they gave me San Diego.
Asked for Colorado, but they gave you San Diego. Not that bad, though. Not that bad.
No.
Okay, so let me go back to your life in the refugee camp. How was that like?
Well, it was not easy because it's the open land, and anybody can come, and there was lots of lots of people who was not really nice people.
Okay.
So you have to be really careful, and we were young, the kids.
How many people were in the refugee camp when you were there, approximately?
Probably 700.
Okay, that was
700, maybe more, maybe a little less. But when Pope, the Polish people, when Pope have a mass in, so they buy the tickets, whatever they got to the Italy by the buses, was like 20 buses from Poland and they all stay in the refugee camp. They all escape, even bus drivers.
Okay, so there were buses from Poland full of Polish people.
Because
they were going to
see the Pope.
To see the Pope.
Because Pope was Polish.
At that time, it was John Paul
II.
And so they were coming to Italy to watch the Mass, but they ended up
in the refugee
staying
camp.
Because Poland was under the communist regime as well, right?
Yes, just like us.
So they stayed, and that's why the camp
they have
grew
to
so
send
big.
They have to send the drivers pick up the buses.
Oh, so because the buses stayed, because of the very funny. Well, I'm glad they were able to stay. I mean, good for them. I'm sure a lot of those people are in the United States right now. So when you were in the refugee camp, did they feed you? Did you have to work? What did you have to do to earn money? Well, you were there for quite a while.
You should not work because the United Nations was paying for the food.
Okay.
And for the shelter.
Okay.
But I was working very hard. I work always hard, but that was the hardest I ever worked.
What did you do?
Everything. I was in the kitchen for 8,000 lire. For 8,000 lire a day, it was represent $6 a day.
Okay.
So I can buy gelato. That means ice cream to the kids and
just
some
so
clothes.
You can do a little bit better than just with what they were giving you.
And I was also working on the farms.
Okay.
And when you have no gloves, you're bleeding everywhere because you're holding a lot of hay.
Uh-huh.
And
you also told me a story that was pretty funny, that you decided to paint a house.
Oh. in the refugee camp, I met he was the artist, Andrzej Krzysztofowski.
Okay.
And Betka Krzysztofowska, she was his wife, and they have 2 children. And because I play tennis with him, and because he have money from Poland, and he come with money, I didn't. So he paid for everything, but he started painting, because I was painting the houses, and I said, Andrzej, why don't you come and, help me? Yeah, but we start painting, and he was mixing the color, and he thought he is the artist over there too,
Okay,
So the color
he was a painter.
Yeah.
he had an eye for color, and he wasn't happy with the color.
There was the most beautiful colors you can imagine, but the guy who pay us for the painting, he said he painted, and we waiting until dry, so we will see the colors.
So it took you a lot longer than it should have.
Much longer. So when he come back and he see it was nothing done, he kick us out.
Oh, no. But he could have had the most beautiful color.
He couldn't have the most beautiful.
He doesn't know what he lost. Yeah,
yes,
okay.
Because the Polish artist was painting that also with me. So.
And then you mentioned that all these Polish people came to see the Pope. Did they end up seeing the Pope?
Well, I don't know about them, but I did see it.
Did you really?
Yeah.
That's amazing. How did that happen?
Well, every Wednesday, our priest come to the. He was Slovakian guy, but he was an immigrant, and he was the priest. So every Wednesday he come to the refugee camp and have a mass with us, and he bring me always some Lambrusco cheap wine, Italian, and we have a glass of wine, and they talk, and where we go and stuff like that. And he bring always somebody to introduce from America to talk to us, but I never listen to anybody. I have my own dream, and that's because they try to discourage you.
Okay.
But Sebastian, that was his Italian name. I don't know his real name was, but he was Priest Sebastian. And he kind of started like us. I don't know why he liked me and my family. So he arranged for us to trip to Vatican.
Ah, that's beautiful.
And for Mass with the Pope.
John Paul II?
Yeah, the Pope Paul II.
So you and your family was able.
We went to there, and we have a picture from that. And I talked to the Pope after Mass. The Pope is walking through the alley, and he talked to the people. And because we was right where the alley was, and we was very close, so when he go by, he was talking to me, and he started talking to me Italian first, and I answered Italian, but he saw my accent. So he said, where are you from? And I said, from Czechoslovakia. So he started speaking Slovak to us, and he blessed my family.
That's amazing.
With his own hands, he was holding my kids and my wife and me on the head, and he was blessing us.
An amazing experience that probably anybody would want to have.
I
I've
was
never
lucky.
been to Vatican, and that's on my list for sure. So, all right. So after that experience, it was getting close for you to get on a plane and come to United States.
Yes, that was happened before Christmas, and we have a Christmas time. We enjoy our friends, Ennio Ceccarini and Franca Ceccarini, and Martina was the daughter Ceccarini, and they invite us for Christmas dinner. So we spent the Christmas with them. That was 1984 to 1985 Christmas time. And after that, we went to Rome, and we was waiting for our plane to San Diego.
Okay.
And 1984, January 10, like I said before, we flew to San Diego and start completely new life. No English, no one single words, and I was
And no
working-
money?
And oh no, we have a lot of money. We started with $73.
$73 in your pocket.
In my pocket,
Two little
and-
kids and a wife.
Yeah.
But your dream,
Yeah,
your
I was
drive.
not worried much about that because I started working in the second day or third day. First was I was cleaning the school.
wait, you started working 3 days after you
After
landed?
I arrived.
No English?
No English.
How were you able to find a job so quickly?
We went to church,
Okay.
and there was Slovakian people over there, and Slovakian, the most of Slovakia. And that was Orthodox church. That was not really Catholic church like us, but that's Christian. And the people over there, they find me a job. They asked me what I want to do. I said, don't worry about what I want to do. I will do anything you will find. So they find it for me to clean high school in San Diego.
Okay.
And I was working there for a few months until they find me in Mosseri for $5 because $3.75 was first.
Was that minimum wage at that time?
That was minimum wage.
$3.75.
No, I am lying because I started in Sanyo. The first job they find it for me in Sanyo company, and I was putting the cartons, the boxes on the refrigerator. There was
Wait, so all day you were just
that's all what you
boxing
do.
refrigerators?
You
must have been in shape.
you have to open it up and put it over there, and it's another coming up. It was
not a good job.
And clock was standing still.
I bet. I bet. Yes.
So that was my first job, and second job was cleaning the high school, and third job was Mosseri. That was the food company. But after 2 months was layoff, and I was the first to lay off. I don't even know what layoff means. So I find another job like auto mechanic, Rudi Lasti. Mm-hmm. That was the German. He was a Swiss guy, but he had a German Volkswagen he was fixing. So I changed the oil. Somebody find it for me this job for $5, and until I did driver's license number 1.
Wait, so you were working. How long did it take you to start speaking English? How were you learning?
Well, okay. When I came to the United States, and my kids, they were ski, all of us, but we have no snow, so I started teaching them tennis.
Okay.
And kids, they after 6 months, that's how was it. That was regime. I wake up my kids at 5 o'clock in the morning. We was playing tennis until 6:30. The police was around us, so they was protecting us because I didn't know where I am really. I find the tennis court. It was not very, very good area, but I didn't see the difference. And after that, kids they went to school, and I went to when I went to work. From school, they come straight to the tennis courts, and I come from work. I take them to the tennis courts. At 7 o'clock, they start making homeworks, and I went to the school.
You went to school?
I went to school.
So you had absolutely no time to rest?
No.
No.
I never rest.
What was driving you? What was making you?
I don't even know what is always driving me. It just driving to be successful. I learn English very fast. I mean, faster than many people. They will for a lifetime, and because I wanted to. Mm-hmm. I didn't ask anybody for any help. If they want to help me, they will do it. Don't ask me what I need. I don't need anything, just freedom. Mm-hmm. And people, they should recognize what freedom really is. Freedom to work, freedom to travel, to move, the freedom.
Right. Mm-hmm. So your dream from when you were 11 finally came true.
Come true.
When you landed in San Diego. And the people that were laughing at you at school.
They don't laugh anymore.
They were not laughing anymore. Okay. Well, that story is really amazing, and I know there is a lot more to it. There is just so much more that you had to go through to establish yourself as a businessman in San Diego and then in different parts of the United States. And I think we should leave that for your next episode.
Yes, I would like to have a next episode maybe next week or maybe tomorrow. I don't know.
We will
But
be recording it very shortly.
Yeah, sure.
Please let us know what, if you have any questions for Dusan that you would like to know more, whether about the communist Czechoslovakia, the camp in Italy, or any parts of his story in the comments, and we'll be happy to answer. And don't forget to subscribe.
Thank you very much. I will see you next episode.
See you next time.
See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.